Have you ever felt like there's a part of you that you're not fully embracing? A side of yourself that you keep hidden away, afraid to acknowledge or confront? What if I told you that this very aspect holds the key to unlocking your full potential and transforming your life? According to renowned psychologist Carl Jung, this hidden part of ourselves is known as the shadow, and by understanding and integrating it, we can tap into a vast reservoir of untapped potential and personal growth. When we fail to acknowledge and integrate our shadow, we risk living a life that feels incomplete, unfulfilled, and lacking in authenticity. We may find ourselves struggling with self-acceptance, feeling disconnected from our true desires, or projecting our own undesirable qualities onto others. By neglecting our shadow, we create a barrier between ourselves and our full potential, limiting our ability to grow, heal, and create meaningful change in our lives. So what exactly is the shadow? According to Carl Jung, the shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we reject, suppress, or deny due to societal expectations, personal fears, or past experiences. It encompasses the qualities, impulses, and desires that we deem unacceptable or unworthy, often leading us to create a persona that we present to the world while hiding our true selves. The shadow is not inherently negative. Rather, it is a natural part of our psyche that yearns for integration and expression. How do you know if you haven't fully embraced your shadow? There are several signs to look out for. You may find yourself feeling inauthentic or disconnected from your true desires, constantly seeking validation from others, or struggling with self-doubt and self-criticism. You may also notice that you frequently project your own undesirable qualities onto others, criticizing them for the very traits you dislike in yourself. These are all indicators that your shadow is calling out for recognition and integration. By embracing and integrating your shadow, you open yourself up to a world of profound personal growth and transformation. When you acknowledge and accept the parts of yourself that you've been suppressing, you create space for greater self-awareness, authenticity, and wholeness. You begin to understand your own motivations, fears, and desires more deeply, allowing you to make more conscious choices and live a life that is truly aligned with your authentic self. Integrating your shadow can also lead to improved relationships and increased empathy. As you learn to accept and love all parts of yourself, you naturally extend that compassion and understanding to others. You become less likely to project your own insecurities onto those around you, and more capable of forming deep, meaningful connections based on mutual respect and acceptance. Moreover, shadow work can unlock a wellspring of creativity and inspiration. By embracing the parts of yourself that you've been hiding away, you tap into a rich source of energy and ideas that can fuel your passions and bring new depth to your self-expression. You may find that integrating your shadow leads to breakthroughs in your work, hobbies, or artistic pursuits, allowing you to create with greater authenticity and power. So how can you begin the process of integrating your shadow? There are several powerful strategies you can employ to start your shadow work journey. Self-reflection and journaling. One of the most effective ways to explore your shadow is through regular self-reflection and journaling. Set aside time each day to write about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, paying particular attention to the parts of yourself that you tend to avoid or suppress. Ask yourself questions like, what qualities do I dislike in others that I might also possess? Or, what parts of myself do I hide from the world? As you write, be gentle and compassionate with yourself, remembering that the goal is not to judge or criticize, but to understand and accept. Dream work. Our dreams often provide a window into our unconscious mind, including our shadow. By paying attention to your dreams and exploring their symbols and themes, you can gain valuable insights into the parts of yourself that you may be neglecting or denying. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up, noting any recurring patterns or images that stand out to you. You can also work with a therapist or dream analyst to help you interpret your dreams and uncover their deeper meanings. Creative expression. Engaging in creative activities such as art, music, or writing can be a powerful way to explore and express your shadow. When you allow yourself to create freely, without judgment or censorship, you give your shadow a voice and a means of expression. You may find that certain themes or images emerge in your creative work that reflect aspects of your shadow, providing valuable insights into your inner world. Don't worry about creating something perfect or polished. The goal is simply to let your authentic self shine through. Shadow dialogues. Another effective technique for working with your shadow is to engage in imaginary dialogues with the parts of yourself that you tend to reject or suppress. Find a quiet, private space where you can sit comfortably and close your eyes. Imagine your shadow as a separate entity and begin a conversation with it. Ask your shadow what it needs, what it wants you to know, and how you can better integrate it into your life. Listen to its responses with an open heart and mind, and be willing to learn from what it has to teach you. Seeking guidance. While shadow work is a deeply personal journey, it can be incredibly helpful to seek the guidance of a therapist, counselor, or spiritual mentor who is experienced in this area. A skilled guide can provide a safe, supportive space for you to explore your shadow, offer insights and feedback, and help you navigate any challenges or obstacles that arise along the way. Don't be afraid to reach out for help when you need it. Shadow work is a courageous and transformative process, and having a supportive ally can make all the difference. To illustrate the transformative power of shadow work, let's explore the stories of two individuals who have successfully integrated their shadows and experienced profound personal growth as a result. Sarah had always been a high achiever, excelling in her career and earning praise from her colleagues and superiors. However, despite her outward success, Sarah felt a deep sense of emptiness and disconnection from her true self. She found herself constantly striving for perfection, afraid to show any weakness or vulnerability, and pushing herself to the point of exhaustion. Through her shadow work journey, Sarah began to recognize that her drive for perfection was a way of compensating for her deep-seated feelings of unworthiness and inadequacy. She had been suppressing her true desires and emotions, afraid that if she revealed her authentic self, she would be rejected or judged by others. As Sarah learned to embrace her shadow and integrate her vulnerability, she experienced a profound shift in her life. She began to set healthier boundaries at work, prioritizing her own well-being and saying no to tasks that didn't align with her values. She started to express her emotions more openly and honestly, deepening her connections with friends and loved ones. And perhaps most importantly, she learned to extend compassion and acceptance to herself, recognizing that her worth was not contingent on her achievements or external validation. Today, Sarah feels more authentic, empowered, and fulfilled than ever before. By embracing her shadow, she has unleashed a new level of creativity and passion in her work, while also cultivating more meaningful relationships and a deeper sense of self-love. Mark had always struggled with feelings of anger and resentment, often lashing out at others and sabotaging his own relationships. He knew that his behavior was destructive, but he felt powerless to change it. as if his anger had a life of its own. Through his shadow work, Mark began to uncover the root of his anger, a deep-seated fear of vulnerability and intimacy. He realized that his anger was a defense mechanism, a way of keeping others at a distance and protecting himself from the pain of rejection or abandonment. As Mark learned to confront and integrate his fear, he experienced a profound transformation. He began to express his emotions more openly and honestly, allowing himself to be vulnerable with others and form deeper, more authentic connections. He also started to explore his true passions and purpose, recognizing that his anger had been a way of distracting himself from his own unfulfilled desires. Today, Mark is a passionate advocate for mental health and personal growth, using his own experiences to inspire and empower others. By facing his shadow and embracing his authentic self, he has found a sense of purpose and fulfillment that he never knew was possible. As these stories illustrate, the journey of shadow work is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. By having the courage to face our shadows and integrate the parts of ourselves that we've been denying or suppressing, we open ourselves up to a world of greater self-awareness, authenticity, and personal power. If you're ready to embark on your own shadow work journey, remember to approach the process with compassion, patience, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable aspects of yourself. Be gentle with yourself, and trust that by embracing your shadow, you are taking a powerful step towards unleashing your full potential and creating a life that is truly aligned with your authentic self. As Carl Jung himself once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." By bringing your shadow into the light of your conscious awareness, you reclaim the power to shape your own destiny and create a life that is rich, fulfilling, and true to who you really are. So, my friend, I invite you to take that first step today. Start by reflecting on the parts of yourself that you may be neglecting or suppressing, and consider how you can begin to integrate them into your life with love and acceptance. Remember, your shadow is not your enemy, but a vital part of your whole self, waiting to be embraced and expressed. As you continue on this path of self-discovery and transformation, know that you are not alone. There is a whole community of individuals who are also doing the brave work of embracing their shadows and creating lives of greater authenticity and purpose. Reach out for support when you need it, and don't be afraid to share your own experiences and insights with others. Together, we can create a world where we all have the courage to embrace our full selves, shadows and all, and live lives of true wholeness and fulfillment. So let's take that first step together and see where this incredible journey of shadow work takes us.